Mi chiamo Afuraitkaitnit. Medinde Odwirafo Kwesi Nehem Ptah Akhan. Akwamuman Amaruka Atifi Odwiraman mu. That means greetings to all Afurakani people, meaning Africans, black people. My name is Odwirafo Kwesi Nehem Ptah Akhan. Odwirafo of the Akwamu nation in North America within Odwiraman, the purified nation Afuraitkaitnit people in the Western Hemisphere. We just wanted to update the Oman on our activities, upcoming events, publications. We have just released a new publication called Rekhit Hena Speret, Etymology and Cosmology of Religion and Spirit. We will be presenting on this new book tomorrow, Friday, Ptah, May 6th in Washington, D.C. at 7 p.m. It is a free event. It is open to Afuraitkaitnit people, black people only, of course, as all of our events are. It is a free event. You can check out our website, Odwirafo.com, for details about registration. Registration is required. Registration is free. So you simply register on Facebook or on our website. The links are on Odwirafo.com or Odwirafo on Facebook. Now, we'll be presenting and examining this publication. We did a broadcast a number of months ago called The Etymology of Religion and Spirit. We promised during that broadcast that we will publish the book with all of the details, and we have done that. So when you hear individuals talking about religion and spirituality are two different things. I am a spiritual being having a human experience. I am spiritual, but I'm not religious. All of that is nonsense. It comes from the whites and their offspring. It is total misinformation. Religion and spirituality are identical. It is fake religion that is incongruent with spirituality. The problem comes in, of course, when the whites and offspring seek to misinform our people, trying to force us away from our embrace of ancestral religion, Afuraitkaitnit, or African ancestral religion, no matter what form it takes, is the ritual incorporation of divine law and the ritual restoration of divine balance. Through ritual, we incorporate those things, objects, deeds, and entities we need to incorporate in order to harmonize our thoughts, intentions, and actions with divine order. And through ritual, we reject or hate those things, objects, deeds, and entities we need to reject, to repel, to repulse, in order to restore balance to our thoughts, intentions, and actions, and therefore realign ourselves with divine order. So the ritual incorporation of divine law and the ritual restoration of divine balance, these are the expansive and contracted poles of ancestral religion. That goes from for our ancestral religious practices in ancient Khanit and Kemet, and how they were manifest and are manifest throughout the continent of Afuraitkaitnit in varied expressions, variegated expressions such as the Akhan, Yoruba, Bakongo, Ewe Fon, Bassa Fula Fang, Maasai, Bambara, and into North Central and South America, the Caribbean, when we were forced into the Western Hemisphere during the Musuo Kessie, the Great Perversity, the enslavement era. We maintained our ancestral religious traditions. In North America, Hoodoo is the Akhan tradition in North America. Juju is the Yoruba tradition in North America. Grigri is the Bambara tradition in North America. Vodun is the Fon and Ewe tradition in North America. Wanga is the Ovambo tradition and other Bantu traditions in North America. And of course, we have OBL, which is the Akhan tradition in Jamaica, Winti, which is the Akhan tradition in South America, Lukumi, the Yoruba tradition in Cuba, and so forth. So we maintained our ancestral religious practices. It is through the maintenance of our ancestral religious practices that we were empowered and guided on the best means by which to wage war against the whites and their offspring, massacre the whites and their offspring, and force an end to enslavement. That means overthrowing the whites and their offspring, burning down plantations, freeing our people, escaping, and triumphantly marching into free territories, establishing independent nations and so forth, and defending those independent nations, using metal armaments that we took from the whites and their offspring, as well as fashioned, but also using chemical and biological warfare, root work, conjure, hoodoo being the foundation, the precedent for chemical and biological warfare to be waged against the whites and their offspring on a mass scale. That is the precedent that was set by our ancestresses and ancestors, and we have that precedent to build on today to wage war against our enemies rooted in our ancestral religious practices, being empowered and guided to wage war with metal armaments and chemical and biological weapons of warfare. So we maintained our ancestral religious traditions. Ancestral religion is the only religion that has ever existed and ever will exist. Christianity, Islam, Hinduism, Buddhism, Taoism, Judaism, Hebrewism, pseudo-esotericism like Sufism and Gnosticism and Kabbalism, Vedanta, all of these pseudo-spiritualities, pseudo-religions do not qualify and are not possibly or properly classified as religion or spirituality. The same is true of the pseudo-Native American pseudo-spiritualities and the pseudo-spiritualities of the East. So, Afurakani, Afuraitkaitnit, or African ancestral religion, is identical with spirituality. We show the cosmological foundation, but also the etymological foundation of the terms religion and spirit. So, for example, Re means back or again. That comes from the term Rir in ancient Kemet, which means to go back around. It also shows in the Medutu the two legs walking back around. So we don't just have the sound Re or Rir, meaning back, or to go back around. We have the actual image of the two legs walking back around. The cosmological foundation for that is the going and coming of the Aten, the rising and setting of the Aten in a cyclical manifestation coming back around on a consistent basis every 24 hours and so forth. So there's a cosmological foundation, but there's also an etymological root, and that goes back to our languages, not the Proto-Indo-European language family. And we also deal with the phonology, the movement of the Rer sound, the energy of Ra and Ra'et, the creator and creatress, moving through space, generating that radiant rolling energy. And when we replicate those sound vibrations as these spirits move through creation, that generates the phonology that gives birth to the sounds and the vocalizations of the words in our languages. The whites and their offspring do not have these vocalizations because they don't have the cosmology. They have no connection to the deities who move through creation. They therefore cannot attune to the spirits as they move through creation. They therefore cannot replicate the sounds that are generated as the forces in nature move through creation. We have been able to do that and have continued to do that. So therefore, this is how we produced words, sounds, languages, and so forth. Now, the root ligion, ligio, from the roots lig and lek and so forth, meaning to tie or to bind, also to pick and gather, pick out things together, meaning to read. Reading is picking out words and gathering things together. That gathering or that binding and so forth, lig, leg, lech, legio, and so forth, comes from rekhit in ancient Kemet. It became lekhit and lechi and legio in the European languages. The rolling R became an L in the language of the whites and their offspring. Rekhit deals with binding, but cosmologically it deals with the binding of the spirits of the ancestresses and ancestors and the deities through spirit possession. And when the spirits possess our people just like they did in the past, they possess our people today during rituals and hoodoo and voodoo and juju and so forth. The ancestresses and ancestors and the deities possess, they bind themselves to us, lek, lechio, rek, rechi, rekhit, and then they bring a message of wisdom, bring a message of divinity, direction from the divine order coming from the supreme being, Amenet and Amen. So when we talk about lechio, lek, religging or relicking and so forth, rebinding for wisdom, attunement to the supreme being, we're talking about rekhit. And this is why we have a class of spirits as well as human beings in ancient Kemet called the rekhit, rekhitu, the wise ones, but they're wise because they are spirit mediums. They are those who become possessed, or horses for the spirits become mounted by the deities through spirit possession, spirit communication. Mounted by the ancestresses and ancestors, the Aku, the Akutu, through spirit possession, spirit communication. We have them in ancient Kemet, in Ankhanit, we have them in Akhan, we have them in Yoruba, we have them in Vodun, the people who are horses, people who get mounted by the spirits. Those are the Rekhitu. So that connection between rek or lek, lekit, lechi, leg, and so forth, relegging, religio, and all of that, that comes directly from rekhit, reket, rekhut, and so forth in ancient Kemet, not just meaning the male and female force of divine wisdom, but talking about that binding force, binding the spirit in the body of the person so they can bring a message of wisdom to the community. This is the cosmology the whites and their offspring do not have. This is the cosmology that's the foundation of the phonology and the etymology of the terms that misguided black scholars and pseudo-Afrocentrists do not have. So again, this is the first book that properly delineates the origin, etymological origin, and cosmological foundation for the terms religion and spirit. When we deal with spirit, the root is pere in ancient Kemet, and then the causative s, sepere. So when you see sepere and seperet in ancient Kemet, that's the origin of the term spirit. In the Proto-Indo-European language phylum, they'll say it's pai or sepai, and it means to breathe or breath and so forth, and that's all they have with regard to that animating breath. In ancient Kemet, per and seper means to cause something to come forth. Per or peret means to come forth. Seperet means to cause to come forth. But it also means invocation, supplication, entreaty, ritual invocations, ritual prayers, and so forth, incantations. Through ritual prayer, sound vibrations that are released, you provoke the energy of the abosom, the energy of the Nananong Nsamanfo, the deities and ancestral spirits, to cause the divine living energy within them and within your own spirit body to come forth. It is a provocation of the Ba and the Ba'et. So when we say seper and seperet, to cause something to come forth through ritual incantations, what are we causing to come forth? We're causing the Ba and the Ba'et, the divine living energy of the Creator and Creatress. The divine living energy of Ra and Ra'et is the Ba and the Ba'et. And you also have a Ba within your body, the divine living energy within your body. If you're an Afurakani male, the Ba'et, if you're an Afuraitkaitnit female. And of course, these terms exist in the Akhan language as well, with the same meanings, same vocalizations, and so forth. So we go into detail about that to show the origin of the term seperet, so-called spirit, in the Medutu in ancient Kemet, the hieroglyphs of ancient Kemet, and the cosmological foundation, and the root of the vocalization, once again dealing with the movement of Ra and Ra'et through nature, through space, generating a specific and unique collection of sound vibrations. When we replicate those sound vibrations, we are replicating that expansive and radiant energy. The P in peret or seperet is the explosive power of Ra and Ra'et, and the Ra or the Ars sound is the radiant energy. So there's an explosion, pe, and then a radiation, rare, just like the sun rising, exploding above the horizon. That's the pe, and the radiant energy moving across the earth. That's the Ra. So pere, pera, sepere is talking about the spirit causing something to come forth. Seper. And what are you causing to come forth? The Ba and the Ba'et. And only Afuraitkaitnit people have the Ba and the Ba'et. This is why the Ba and the Ba'et are the spirit, whereas the Ka and the Kayet are the soul. So you'll read in many Egyptological texts that the Ka is the spirit and the Ba is the soul. That is totally inaccurate. And we show the reasons why in our publication. So we'll be examining this in detail tomorrow, Feed Dive Friday, May 6th in Washington, D.C., 7 p.m. We look forward to connecting with you all. If you're not able to make it, of course, you can go to our website. This new book, Rekhit Hena Speret, Etymology and Cosmology of Religion and Spirit. That is one of our 20 books. We have 20 books we have published to date. We have more books coming out. They range between $8 and $11. We publish the softcover versions. The ebook versions are free downloads on our website. So you can download all 20 of our books for free. But then if you would like the softcover versions, we print in-house in color on our own printers. We do not contract a third party out to do that. So you can purchase the softcover versions. They range between $8 and $11. If you order 5 books or more, there's a 20% discount. The first 5 books are $40. And then any order of 10 books or more, including the whole 20-book set, is automatically 30% off. So for example, the first 10 books are $66 for 10 books. So go to the site, odwirafo.com, check out the new book, make a purchase, of course, if you would like. This assists us in the work that we're doing, assists us with our institution. Every state that we go to, we give away free books. Our presentations are always free, open to Afurakani people only. And then we give away a free copy of the book that we are presenting on that particular day or night to everyone who attends the event. Recently, we've given over the past year and a half plus, we've given away over 860 of our softcover books to various Afurakani people all around the country, and we want to continue to keep that program going. So any purchase that you make assists us in moving forward with that reality, and it also assists us with our institution. We have methods to overcome drug addiction, alcohol addiction, and so forth, methods through ritual practice, overcoming the negative effects of domestic abuse and so forth, so our people can overcome that. Sisters who have gone through that kind of thing through ritual practice on their own, overcoming these specific negative effects, overcoming intergenerational and transcarnational trauma so people can move forward, trauma of domestic violence and so forth, a number of different things. We have workshops on these areas. We have a ritual method to overcome that, a therapeutic model, the Afura Whole Life Interventions model that deals with that. Of course, these are free workshops. We have the Oberima Afurakani Manhood workshop based on our book, Oberima Afurakani Manhood. We give away a free copy of that Oberima Afurakani Manhood book, which is a manual for all Afuraitkaitnit men, young and old. It's also a foundation for various rites of passage programs, manhood training programs, and so forth. We give away a free copy of that manhood book to every young as well as older male who comes to our Oberima Afurakani Manhood workshops. Of course, the ebook version of that book, of course, is free, just like all of the other books. So this is the work that we're doing in the institution, Akwamu. We also have our Nokwarefo distributor option for those who would like to begin to work immediately, selling our books as independent entrepreneurs, working for yourself. You're not working for us, but you're working for yourself, purchasing our 20 books, any combination of them, wholesale and selling them retail, so you can begin to generate income for yourself immediately, notwithstanding your prior work history, and also you're informing the community and empowering the community at the same time, transforming the community at the same time. When people get proper information, they transform their lives. They stop poisoning their body. They can overcome various addictions, alcohol, tobacco, other drugs, and so forth. They stop poisoning their bodies. They stop defiling their bodies through promiscuity and various other things. Internally and externally, they begin to purify themselves. They purify their diet and so forth, purify their physical structure, and then, of course, purify their minds, purify their spirits. They begin to interact with other Afurakani people in a more harmonious fashion that includes family members, children, people they work with, Afurakani people they come in contact with, and that begins to open the way for better relationships so we can communicate with one another and engage in trade, commerce, nation building, and so forth. So the information that we put forward is empowering to the community. When you become a Nokwarefo, a distributor, you're not only empowering the community, transforming the community, but you're also engaged in entrepreneurial activity. Notwithstanding your previous work history, you can begin that process immediately. Simply go to the publications page on our website, download the Nokwarefo distributor information document, and all of the information is there. We also have a video dealing with that as well. So if you have any questions, hit us up on Facebook or our regular website, odwirafo.com. And we look forward to connecting with you tomorrow, May 6th, FIDA, Friday at 7 p.m. here in Washington, D.C. And again, Yerase, we thank you for connecting with us. And Yebeshiabio, we will meet again. Atel.